What's good, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the J&D Podcast. You know me, I'm Darien.
I'm Jason.
And kind of just going to jump, honestly, right into it. Let's just jump right into it. IU.
Ooh, look at us.
Men's soccer, man. Beat Wisconsin in the first game of the Big Ten tournament. You went to that game?
I did. Yeah. It was very fun environment, Everyone there being real chirpy, being real passionate about it.
Yep.
And, the team played up to it.
They did.
Just felt like we had total control for almost all of the game. Towards the back end of the second half, kind of maybe felt like, there was being a little power shift.
Yeah.
But, there weren't many points where I was like, oh, no, we're going to lose this. This team definitely feels like they are playing at the highest level they have all season. It's coming at the right time. It's like what I said before. If you want to get hot, you want to get hot at the end of the season. And so right now they're doing that, and they're looking really good. We have our next game on Wednesday against Michigan, I believe, who we drew to them, but I have no doubt that we can beat them. I am really confident that we can win the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, I was proud of what I saw, for sure. Like, I think if there's any time to get hot, like you said, it's at the end of the season. Now the big crowds are starting to make more sense for the men's because especially when you get a team that's now catching hot and are starting to win now, those crowds start to make a little bit more sense. See, it wasn't making sense where they were tying and they were losing, but now they're winning.
But now they're like games worth going to.
Yeah, now they have success. It's good to see them getting those crowds. I'm not gonna lie. I see it as one of the Big Ten tournament.
Oh, for sure.
I do.
For sure.
Have we qualified for the NCAA tournament yet?
For the national one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We automatically did. I'm pretty sure that's what happens when you win the regular season championship either way, but we're going to make it either way. Okay. But I'm pretty sure we automatically qualified.
Honestly, with the talent we have, I could see it making a run in the NCAA tournament.
I know.
I could, honestly.
This team, we had an all Big Ten player in the attack, in the midfield, in the defense. We had Big Ten all-freshman team player. We just have talent, loaded, and these guys are, really coming into their own.
Yeah, we have a lot of talent, and they're meshing. So that's what matters most, that they're meshing. And they're playing to their full potential now. We get some NCAA. Colorado, they went from 3-0 to 4-5 now.
This is probably the first time someone's talked about them in a couple of weeks.
It is, and that's why I want to give them a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about them. What do you see for them for the rest of the season and going into next season? What changes do you think need to be made?
I think Coach Prime needs to take a little more accountability instead of throwing his players under the bus.
True.
But, it's the first year in a big project, so I think there's obviously you're not going to be an amazing team. There was, the honeymoon period, the first couple games where they were playing really well. Yeah. But then they came back down to earth. They played some, solid teams, and they're showing us what kind of team they are. So for the next year, I think it's more just recruit good players, get a couple more transfers in. I think Shitter is gone, probably.
Probably is.
If he doesn't transfer, then they'll have him, to declare for the draft. But, it's just more of they need to build, like, a groundwork right now for the team. And that doesn't start with blaming, like, position players. So I think they just need to, like, find stuff that, like, they can improve on and, like, work from and then go from there instead of, having to think, oh, we have to do this from scratch again.
Yeah, I would more so, like, take accountability as far as the team's aspect than just, again, like you said, blaming one, like, group of players. For me, it was, I think Prime, like you said, needs to take more accountability. I think they need to be more humble when you start the season because, like, you start the season 3-0, but then you start playing some good guys, and now you're losing.
Yeah.
We've seen you lose now. Then they 1-5 since they went 3-0.
Yeah. Minus a bowl game.
Yeah, so you need to get to recruiting now. You need to stop throwing people under the bus because if anything's gonna hurt your recruiting, it will be that.
Yeah.
Because like I would have more so said our team isn't playing to our full potential than just saying offensive line sucks. Because you're not like the other parts of your team are playing perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not even accountability at that point. It's just like being disrespectful to them.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you don't want as a coach. You don't want to seem like you disrespect your players because that was crazy what he said about the offensive line in the press conference. But they did lose to Oregon State. I thought Oregon State was a better team than them.
Oregon State's a really good team overall.
Yeah, they're just not as good as Oregon. But
no, not a lot of teams are as good as Oregon.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I just think they need to start recruiting now, get ready for next season, and Dion, you need to go apologize like publicly. To be honest with you, because if anything's gonna save you right now, it's probably gonna be that. We can get Alabama. Climb number 8.
Yeah, I mean, I was never fully out on them.
Yeah.
I wasn't fully convinced on them
Yeah,
either. But they really, I'm not going to say turn the season around because it wasn't like full disaster. They only lost one game. They just weren't playing amazingly. But they're really, getting it together. And they just beat a really strong LSU opponent. I mean, strong is, they're top 15. And so I could very easily see them sneaking their way into the playoffs.
I could too.
If, Washington drops a game or two, Florida State loses a game, Michigan or Ohio State, one of them, doesn't make it. Alabama, it seems like they're the team that's going to, prey on that, like, open last spot.
Yeah. It's a good thing that Nick Saban's such a great coach because he, like I said, he was probably going to do. He's going to change his play style from trying to pass the ball like he's done the last 3 years and get back to his running the football and playing good defense. And it's producing wins. Honestly, they didn't play.
Yeah,
They didn't play. They play next week. I'm telling you, they play next week. I checked.
IU football?
Yes, they don't. They didn't play this week.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
You missed the biggest game of the season?
Dude, did I miss a game? I looked at
They won this week.
We won our first game since Indiana State. Indiana football is on the rise.
We did.
We played a close game against Penn State, and we beat Wisconsin. This program has done a full 180.
Stop it.
I'm delusional. There is a pathway to a bowl game.
We're 3-6.
We have 3 more games left. There is a pathway to the playoffs. We beat a bad Michigan State. We beat a bad Purdue. And I forget who the last team is. It's like Nebraska or someone also not good. We have a path to a bowl game.
We're 3-6?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, that's why we canceled the next 2 Louisville games, so we can get another FCS opponent to get a way to the
Illinois, Michigan State.
Illinois, Michigan State, Purdue. None of those teams have more than 3 wins.
Oh, wow.
We have a legitimate shot at a bowl game.
We're 3-6?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Well, I mean, we won for the first 2 games, or not the first 2 wins we had weren't nothing special, but.
No, for real. Like, what? Bro, okay, the Indiana State one, I'm happy. I knew we won that one. I didn't for some reason, it crossed my mind that we beat Akron for some reason.
Because we barely did.
Yeah, it crossed my mind that we beat Akron.
4th overtime.
I'm sorry, Indiana. I was looking last night, and the overall thing only showed last week and next week. It didn't show this week, so I apologize for that. But great win, though. We beat Wisconsin. It seemed like we dominated Wisconsin in every aspect,
I mean,
Football,
Sorsby just seems like he's that
soccer.
guy. I like Taven.
Yeah, I like Ben Sorsby.
He's looked like he has good, shown, some good flashes, but Sorsby has definitely been the better quarterback,
Yeah.
I think, at least throughout this season.
Yeah.
And if he brings us to a bowl game,
Oh, man.
my delusion, I mean,
It'll
right
be-
now it's already off the charts. Me saying bowl game and Indiana in the same sentence,
Yeah, it's crazy.
already wild, but I don't know, man.
Hey, IU football.
We're a
Who
football
knows?
school.
Next year, Brandon Sorsby comes back. Who knows?
Brandon Sorsby's gone. I mean, stays. And Tom Allen's gone.
Oh,
we
man.
are a national contender.
Low key, we are on the map. You better watch out for us, Georgia. We're coming. We're coming,
I like how
man.
we're saying this all after one win.
Hoosiers. I'm telling you.
What one win does to a terrible football program.
You know what? I'm proud of you guys. Let's see. It's not like a soccer arc. We're gonna end the season off strong and go and win a bowl game, baby. Win a bowl game, boys. Come
Yes,
on.
sir.
We will have a party in this town if that happens. It will be a completely party weekend if that happens. So we're rooting for you, Brent. IU football. I do apologize, by the way. Picks for the playoffs. National title game. Who do you got?
Okay, so Georgia, the only game I see them losing.
4.
The only game I see them losing is Bama.
Okay.
And if they lose that, they're still going to make it. So I think
Bama?
if they are going to lose a game for the rest of the season, it'd be like in the SEC championship game.
Hey Jackson, he's more sold on Bama than he is of Michigan. I just want to say that.
Bama doesn't cheat, but that's a whole nother bit.
Hey man, for most of you that don't know, our producer's a Michigan fan, so yeah, it's a little disrespectful, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. For me,
Go Blue.
He's spying on us like Connor Stallions was.
Oh yeah.
wow, what stage one? Okay, so. Okay, so I do
This is
see
from
the
last week. This is from last week.
okay. So I know. Cause I looked at this one. I said Georgia's back at number 1. So I do have the 4s looks about all right to me. I do see Alabama over Florida State. I'm not necessarily too sold on them. I have Alabama probably taking their spot. Honestly, who does Florida State play for the rest of the season?
Nobody.
Everybody.
Nobody.
Damn.
Yeah, they can definitely make it.
So Florida State has the easiest path, I would say. I mean, maybe Georgia just because they're not going to lose anyone except for Bama, and that wouldn't.
I think
really
they can lose to Florida. I think Florida State can lose to Florida. I think Florida can go off the upset.
I mean, that's their toughest opponent, and Florida lost last week also. I mean, Florida has not been amazing. They've not been
Talk about fall from grace.
Amazing by any standards.
Yeah.
But Ohio State is, they've looked sketchy the past couple weeks, but they've still won the games. Michigan has looked good, but also if they lose to Ohio State, these voters are not going to be forgiving because of what's going on, with the whole cheating stuff.
Nope.
So they need to beat Ohio State.
They need to.
I think.
Yep.
Bama easily also could sneak in. If they win the SEC, they will make it.
Honestly,
because that means they have to beat Bama. They will make it if they win that.
I see Michigan beating Penn State. I see them beating Maryland. I think they can beat Ohio State, and if they do beat Ohio State, I think Bama low-key could sneak in.
I think Bama's best way is either Michigan losing or Florida State losing. Because we haven't even mentioned them. Washington, I see losing 1, if not 2 games. Yeah. They really have not been super duper convincing.
They haven't.
I mean, they made Caleb Williams cry, which I just want to take a moment. Everyone's saying, oh, he can't be a leader, just saying terrible stuff about him. Shut up. Players can cry.
I like that.
Aaron Donald cried when they lost.
I like that emotion, Jason.
Players cry. Let them cry.
Yeah, man.
That just shows he cares. I'd love to know my quarterback cares, So, and he's really good. I don't give a shit if my quarterback cries if he's still really good.
Okay, Jason. Okay. And by the way, y'all, this is coming from a UCLA fan, too. So this is even more interesting.
People say the stupidest things to try to tear down Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Oh, he has painted nails. Oh, he cries. Oh my goodness, get a grip. This is football. If he plays well on the field, he plays well on the field.
I like that.
And as long as he's not, assaulting people off the field and doing bad stuff off the field, he can do whatever he wants. Dye your hair pink. I don't care. Stop being so soft about him living his life.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I think this is coming from years of having to defend Phillip Rivers and now having to defend Justin
What?
Herbert. That's where all this is coming from. This is where all this emotion and passion is coming from. Now, what I will say is, honestly, I could see if Alabama sneaks in. I'm not gonna lie. They're probably they're like the boogeyman of that.
They're the dark horse right now. I'd say.
Yeah. For me, they're the boogeyman. I think like they're a team that can just upset you and. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not convinced on Florida State.
The problem is Oregon could also sneak in.
So if Michigan beats Ohio State, you don't think Ohio State's going to fall out?
It depends how the game goes. If it's close, probably not. Because they've had Ohio State. They started them at number 1.
Yep.
And this would be their only loss to a good team.
Yeah.
It would be really close. Because they've beaten, like, a Penn State. The problem is they play their games really close, but they're winning them all.
They do.
So, I still like them. They still looked amazing. It's just going to come down to how the voters see it. But I think they deserve to be in the playoffs.
I'm going to agree with you. If Michigan blows them out and it's not a close competitive game, I think Ohio State does fall out and Alabama goes back in. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
It also depends on how, Washington and Oregon play.
Okay, so just going on a limb here. Who do you see in the national championship game right now?
In the Natty game?
In the Natty game right now.
Georgia versus... Oh, this is a gross option.
Come on.
Ohio State again.
He has every reason to not want to pick Michigan. Oh, my God.
I've just never been a Michigan fan in my life, regardless of them cheating or not. Now it just gives more fuel to flame.
You know what? I will say this. Who is that running back that you guys used to have that I used to like for Michigan?
Blake Corum. No, they still have him.
Yeah, and you guys also used to have a quarterback that you like too. He was black. I forgot him. He was on the
Quarterback
He was
or
on the
running
NCAA cover.
I forget his name, but I know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to think of his name. I can't even think of his name for real. Because he was on the NCAA cover. I remember
He was the last NCAA of all time.
Honestly, I think it was 12. It was either 12 or 13.
Let's see.
It was a running back.
It was the running back?
Yeah.
That might have been who I was talking
no
about.
quarterback is carrying the ball like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's true, though. Was it 14? It was 14, yep. 16.
16?
Yeah.
Running back?
Yeah. What's it? This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, God. What's his name? Yeah, he's on the cover of the game.
Yeah.
Shit.
That was like the last game that I played, so I mean, I actually played with Michigan a lot in their games because
That's crazy.
wanted to use them.
That's crazy.
Bro. So for me,
you gotta play mascot mode.
That's great. Mascot mode was actually extremely fun.
So fun.
I missed that. It said bring back another game, but onto football, right?
I think.
Yeah, I heard they are.
It
But
got delayed. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my producer side. I'm gonna go Georgia, and I'm gonna go Michigan. I think the world wants to see that.
The world wants to see that. The world wants to see neither of those teams succeed. Are you kidding me?
Controversy, like that's money, man. Controversy and the team that's the most hated team in college. That's
not money.
That is money, man.
Money is Washington versus Florida State.
Stop it.
Fire me up.
Stop it. I think, is it that I think Ohio State might be pushed a little bit more because of the game last year. I think they might be a little bit more sought after, Ohio State and Georgia.
As long as they switch up their signs,
That's crazy.
Michigan won't beat them this year.
That's crazy. But, yeah, I'm going to go Georgia, Michigan.
I can't wait for Michigan to just absolutely destroy Ohio State this year.
That game's going to be that. I'm going to be tuned into that game. It's going to be a good game. I'm dinner might bet on that game, too.
I can't wait for this week because everyone, after the end of this week, regardless if we win or not, nobody can say Michigan hasn't played anybody.
Okay, producer. Should I take the over or under on JJ McCarthy with passing yards?
Under. I'm just saying that because Penn State's a good team. I'm not saying that to hate on him.
I'm talking about against Ohio State.
Under, because their defense is better than their offense is.
Yeah,
I would probably say the under just because it's also going to be like everyone's going to be going all out for that game.
Bad.
Yep. Wow.
I'm never going to get shown on camera again.
So you got
it's just one camera angle the rest of the game.
So you got Ohio. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it probably will.
Ohio State, Georgia. Yeah.
So it's gonna be you. So you got Ohio State and Georgia. I have Georgia and Michigan. We'll see what happens. On to the NFL. Dolphins frauds. Tyreek Hill, I was high on you, man. You actually predicted this.
Yeah, you're trying to gas him up as much as possible.
I will give you the credit.
Like, oh, he can't be stopped. He's so good. I'm like,
Jimmy Duffy did do his thing.
He's never had a bad game in his life. No, he obviously will have not good games. And I said the Chiefs' defense is good. They could do it.
Jimmy Duffy got he did exactly what you're supposed to do against Tyreek Hill. He got physical with him. He put his hands on him off the line and never. No, he got physical. Yeah. What you were supposed to do. And he said it in his press conference that they knew they had to get their hands on Tyreek Hill. You can't give him free releases.
Of course they're going to know how to guard him. They had him for like 5 years of his career.
Yeah, but Jimmy Duffy hasn't played him though.
But when you're doing practice and all that, you're seeing him.
I mean, also, like, they don't really have any. I mean, they have Kadarius Toney, but they don't really have anybody that can replicate Tyreek Hill for real.
Nobody can replicate Tyreek Hill.
All they do got Mecole Hardman. I mean, Mecole Hardman is the closest thing to Tyreek Hill because he did play with them. I said he's the closest thing that they could replicate towards him. That's what I said. I didn't say he's the closest thing to Tyreek Hill. I said he's the closest thing they could have had replicating him. And because he did play with them, he was his teammate. Okay. He watched him practice every day.
Yeah.
He ran routes with them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
it's just funny hearing Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill.
No. I was saying he's the closest thing they could have had to replicate him.
Play style ways.
Which is smart. I think it's so smart that I think they probably actually got him back for this game, low-key.
I doubt it.
Hey,
I think it's just their wide receivers suck.
But yes, Jimmy Duffy did exactly what he was supposed to do. He got physical with Tyreek at the line and gave Tyreek problems. He even forced the fumble on I think it was on a bubble screen. Was it on?
Yeah,
it was on a bubble screen. They took it back for 7. Honestly, I low-key thought the Dolphins were going to actually tie the game up to send it overtime.
Well, they would, have needed to have, a good quarterback. I have not been proven wrong.
Oh my God.
He's 0-3 against teams with a winning record.
This is the Justin Herbert fan, yo.
No. You tell me with a straight face. Second to last play of the game for the Dolphins. 3rd down. Wide open touchdown. underthrows you by 10 yards, and then can't handle the next snap.
Oh, man.
Dolphins fans are trying to tell me that guy's better than Herbert.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's something I would love to see, Justin Herbert and Tyreek Hill and Waddle. That would be magic. No, but like you, I do agree with what you were saying, Tyreek. I mean, if anything that's holding back the offense, it is probably Tua Tagovailoa. Honestly, though, Raheem Mostert ran the ball well, like I thought he would. Oh, I should have took the over on Tua's rushing yard. I thought he was going to have over 2 rushing yards. It was 2.5, too. Damn, I should have took the over. I didn't think he was going to have many simply because of Chris Jones, and Chris Jones was going to clock the middle, but I'm proud of him. Low key. Next time
You're
I
a
would.
fiend, bro.
Bro, I like making money. Okay, I like making money. That's just the
Well,
thing.
clearly you're not.
Now, Tyreek Hill, thank God I didn't bet on you. See, I knew the Chiefs were going to play him well because, I mean, that's just typically what they do. They typically do play Tyreek Hill and those guys really well.
The AFC is a whole mess right now.
Right now, it's the only
nobody's sticking out as a big favorite at this point.
I see 3 teams right now, if anything: the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. The Chiefs are holding on to a spot. The Ravens are probably the number 1 spot for me. They're the number 1 for me
the
right
Ravens
now.
definitely look like the best team so
beat
far.
the hell out of the Seahawks yesterday. We'll talk about that. The Seahawks are the number 1, and then the Ravens are the number 1, and then the Bengals are 3.
Yeah,
because of what they did last night against Josh Allen. But we can get into the Vikings and the Falcons. Joshua Dobbs on the second team of the season.
I mean,
I wish it was his third. It's actually his third.
It's third, yeah.
Because he got traded to the Cardinals.
Yeah,
What is up with them?
the Cardinals.
No, Joshua Dobbs.
Oh, well, he wins them a game.
Yeah.
Gets demoted to third stringer. Gets traded, and within 3 days wins a game after not knowing the cadences with the center.
Yeah.
So he is just a born winner, I guess. Dog.
Is this a hot take to say that Joshua Dobbs played better against the Cowboys than Jalen Hurts did? Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take? I don't know.
We're not having this conversation. But
You're not going to throw, man.
Yeah.
But 3 touchdowns, though. 3 total touchdowns against the Falcons defense, which is
A good
pretty good. It's a
defense.
good defense. Yeah, he's balling. Honestly, low key, I think you guys should have tanked personally. Honestly, who's the 2 guys? You got Caleb and who's the other guy coming?
Drake May?
Drake May. That's what I was thinking. Maybe try to get one of those guys.
The Falcons?
No. The Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings.
Honestly, give up on Kirk Cousins. It's
I mean, he's a free agent also.
yeah. I'm saying give up on him. Let him go. Because they damn near looking like they're going to try to resign him back.
Yeah.
Let him go. Go after Drake May or go after Caleb. Because I don't think the Cardinals are going to draft them.
The problem is they're too high up now. They're going to run into the problem you guys had last year. They have 5 wins now.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, because let's think, right? The teams are 2. The team 2. I think we're the only team with 1. And
5 wins
Bears
is not.
us.
They already have. If they lose out, they're not even going to get a top 3 pick. 5
No,
wins
because
is
not
too
going to
many
get the top 3
wins.
picks. Let's look at the top 3 picks, right? The Cardinals are probably not going to take them because they have Kyler coming back. The Bears probably not going to take them unless they trade Justin Fields. They're probably
Teams
not
will
gonna
trade up though.
Because the
I
Bears.
mean, I guess they could.
Because let's look at it. I mean, the top 3 picks probably belong to the Bears and the Cardinals, and then the Giants are probably going to have 4. I could see them probably taking Caleb.
Giants can't take a quarterback. They're on the hook for Dalen Jones for 3 more years.
Tore ACL.
They're still on the hook for him.
I mean, at that point, man, just make me back up. Why not? I mean,
Yes, but financials
you have
don't
a
work out.
reason now. Now you actually have a decent reasoning for drafting Caleb because Dan Jones got hurt. So I don't know. I would go after him. Why not?
Okay.
Go after him. Keep Dan Jones in the books and just try to develop Jalen Hyatt and those boys. Why not? So I could see the Vikings sneaking Drake May at the least.
Yeah, Drake May to the Vikings definitely seems
I
plausible.
wouldn't mind that. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, Drake May.
Oh, reunite Caleb and Jordan.
Yeah.
I would throw up.
Caleb Jordan. That's crazy. You're a hater, man.
What?
You're a hater. If I was the Vikings, I would somebody I'll probably try to give up. I would actually probably try to give up Daniel Hunter and try to move up. Try to move up.
That's the DJ Moore.
Go up, move up, man.
All right.
I love Daniel, but he's getting older. You can get younger. I would try to give him.
But like if it's the Bears, they just got Montez Sweat, so they're not going to trade for Daniel Hunter.
Montez. You can just move Montez to the right side then. I mean, he's already on the right side.
No, but you're not going to pay. I mean, give up the pick for a position you just traded for, and then spend a lot of money on.
I would say give up your first and give up Daniel, and then try to get that pick. And honestly, okay, I would say maybe try to get Montez back. I think Daniel's better than Montez Sweat by far.
Montez is also way younger.
I mean, Montez hasn't shown
And
much.
they just extended him.
He hasn't shown much improvement, and he was a lot of times going against single blocks. A lot of time in Washington, so
They're not going to trade him, though. They just traded for him and then extended him, so they like him.
You get him for a piece. I mean, if the Bears really aren't set on taking a quarterback, I don't see the problem with it. You get a great pass rusher that can improve your defense. You already got Jermaine Edmonds.
But you're moving down for not really an upgrade.
But you already have a top pick because of us. You're going to have the first pick because of us.
Yeah, but you can get better than Daniil Hunter and not having to trade away Montez Sweat.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, what
You got DJ Moore for nothing.
No, but I'm saying what other teams going to trade their top pass rusher for that pick?
They don't need a top pass rusher right now, though.
They kind of do. Who do they have? Besides, okay, Montez Sweat is probably the best pass rusher on that team right now. Daniil Hunter is 10 times better than Montez Sweat.
Wrong. He's also
He's
older.
wrong? That's wrong to say?
He's not 10 times better.
He's 10 times better. I don't think that's a hot take. Producer,
Okay.
who do you think? 10 times better. Do you agree with 10 times better?
I don't know about 10 times better.
10 times? Okay,
I
okay.
mean,
5?
10 times better is a difference between Michigan and Ohio State.
That's crazy.
That's how to throw
in
that in there.
whose favor? That's my question. In whose favor?
Connor Stallion's bank account.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So we're in what, week 8, week 9 right now?
Yeah.
Daniil Hunter has 10 sacks on the season, so I do
Just
think.
got done with week 9.
Okay,
Just
so I
got
do
done with
think.
Daniil Hunter is good.
I think he's 5
But
times.
it's just still, it doesn't fit in the plans for the Bears. They're not going to do it.
I don't know. I like that. I don't know. Okay.
I doubt Ryan Poole does.
We'll see. Because I do think like their defense needs to improve definitely, and I think the way they
So does
improve
the
is by
offense, though.
But I
And
mean,
they're going to draft Marvin Harrison Jr.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, they're going to probably draft Mark Harrison Jr. and get him just
He's
fields.
so
So
good.
as I'm saying, get you a top defensive player. You can damn near go sneak an offensive lineman, which they need, and you can probably go sneak Giannis probably go sneak an offensive lineman, which is what they need. So I was thinking, I was going to probably say defensive back, but I don't think they need a defensive
They
back.
got a lot of money for this offseason.
Yeah, and that's
we got to see what free
that's
agency
we'll
moves
see.
they make.
We'll see. It's just an idea. Spitballing. The Saints beat the Bears. Speaking of the Bears, Derek Carr probably had his best game of the season.
I mean, this was the game of the week.
I'm not gonna lie. Tyson Badgett gave them a little bit of a scare. Now he did throw 3 picks, but that throw to Cole Kmet to end the half was actually a really good throw. He was rolling off his back foot. Cole Kmet slipped out. And,
Yeah.
and he threw it. He lobbed.
I mean,
it to
he
him.
hasn't been horrible for
He's
an
been
undrafted
horrible.
quarterback. He's
He's not
definitely
terrible.
shown you some flashes of, not like crazy potential, but,
Yeah, he's not gonna be great.
sustainability, I guess, from a backup.
Yeah, he's not gonna be great. For me, he's probably honestly a lifetime backup. I think somebody might take a chance on him, but I just see him being
Unfortunately,
a
he's
lifetime backup.
he's on the Bears, which
Yeah.
doesn't really help him.
Yeah, Justin Fields is gonna have that spot unless they trade him.
Yeah.
and they probably trade for Caleb Williams. So either way, he's gonna probably be a backup. I don't see them going with him for the future. I like Dante Foreman for them. I like that pickle for them. Hopefully, Darnell and DJ can continue to progress. I like that duo, and then Cole Kmet as tight end. He's gonna be pretty good in this league for sure.
Yeah.
They can improve the offensive line, improve the defense. I think they could be. They can be a
Saints
problem.
have no reason to be winning games right now.
They really don't. They really don't. Honestly,
They are like $89 million over the cap
Yeah.
for next year.
and all the guys
no
are
need to
basically
be
old.
winning.
All the guys are essentially old. So
Exactly.
they
You need
never-
to build through the draft right now.
Yeah.
So winning is not going to help.
So if I was the Bears,
The Bears.
take our first pick and go get Marvin Harrison Jr. Or is Broward Bowers coming up? No, you got to call Cole Kmet. No, wait, you don't even need Marvin Harrison Jr. Now I'm thinking about it. You got Darnell and DJ.
You're taking Marvin, bro. Marvin is like a generational prospect.
That is true.
He's
that is true.
unbelievable.
That is true. That is true. I will say that. Okay, so damn, DJ, Darnell, and Marvin Harrison Loki will be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, then take your second pick. Go get a line. Go get a line for Justin Fields. You need to. Let's just call a spade a spade. Your offensive line is terrible. Either you're gonna spend money in free agency or get some guys, or you're going to go
Or
get
draft
one in
the greatest quarterback to never make a playoff game.
You're just a hater, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Am I wrong?
You're just a
Am I
hater.
wrong?
You're just a hater. You're just a hater, man. The Packers and the Rams. I bet on this game.
Oh my god.
I took the over on Romeo Dobbs receptions. How many receptions did he have?
That's a crazy bet.
It was 2.5, man. That's not even bad. He's
That's
our number
the
one.
over-under for Romeo Dobbs?
He was the number one.
That's, you know what, fair enough. That's a money pick.
So that's what I'm saying. It was a money pick. Now, I'm not going to lie. Puka, you did sell me. I took 3.5 for you. You got 3 receptions. You pissed me off. Now, I will say that you had a terrible quarterback. I didn't know Matthew Stafford was going to play before I made that. I'm not going to lie.
That's your fault.
That was my first bet ever, and I just said, okay, Puka Nakua is bound to have 3.5
that when they say
receptions.
gamble responsibly, part of it is, being wise with the money, but
Packers.
it's also,
Packers.
knowing, who's going to be playing. That's why I was confident or semi-confident that the Packers were going to win this game because
2.5 receptions. He had 3. I'm telling you.
I know.
Money pick, baby.
I said it was a money pick, but the Rams really just had no chance.
Yeah, they didn't.
I don't even know how to pronounce their backup quarterback's name.
No, neither.
Ripon, something
whatever.
like that. But,
Mid.
Packers, it's Jordan Love's first game without a turnover since week 2. So, just, something to improve on, something to smile at for a Packers fan. So, good for them. This season, obviously, they're probably not making the playoffs. Definitely not making them. But, if they, can get some, good spots, they'll be happy, I'd imagine.
I got this on my flag football league. Shout out Luke. He's a Packers fan, so he actually sent it to the chat because he was at the Packers game. He showed us that
Go Pack Go.
he was talking his thing. He said Jordan Love is that guy. He's back on track.
I mean, that's a pretty good game.
Yeah, and Aaron Jones ran the ball really well. I actually did take the over on Aaron Jones as well, so he did go through for me. I'm telling you, man. Hey, man, we got money picks over here. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
get you a first class plane ticket to Vegas. I'm gonna come back with no clothes on.
Low key, I actually would be scared for myself to go to Vegas with the way I've been betting lately. See, I'm
Can
a
we get a
gangster right now,
sports
man.
book to sponsor us?
Yeah, we should, honestly. We should, low key. Yeah, I mean, I would bet.
DraftKings setting us up.
DraftKings, Underdog Fantasy. I do bet with Underdog Fantasy, so I want you guys. You guys come.
You're calling your shot.
Yeah, I'm calling my shot. I mean, we're up and coming podcast. I see a lot of potential with this. Now, I would say Aaron Jones did run the ball really well. You did give me my parlay, so I do love you. Jordan Love, I didn't even take you. I'm not gonna lie to you because you're too hot and cold for me. Okay, but you did ball out really well though. It's probably the best game you've had since the Saints game. I want to say just the Saints game,
Something like that.
since the Saints game. So you need to make me look good because I did make a crazy statement at the beginning of the podcast.
You will never live that down. Until Jordan Love wins multiple Super Bowls, multiple MVPs.
Yeah, he needs to win like 6 for the pick to make. He needs to win 3 Super Bowls and like 2 or 3
He
MVPs.
needs to win multiple MVPs and Super Bowls.
Yeah, he needs to win like 3. Okay, so for that pick to even remotely make sense, right? He needs to win like 3 Super Bowls and like 3 MVPs. That's what I'm thinking. Which is probably not going to happen with Mahomes and Josh Allen, Herbert, and Joe Burrow in the league, and Lamar Jackson too. Yeah,
And Jalen Hurts.
and Jalen Hurts too. Damn. Jordan Love, man, you got your work cut out for you, but I do believe in you, man. I do believe
We
in
love him.
you. We starting to love you again. Commanders beat the Pats, man. Do you go forward with Mac Jones? I think you leave him. Not gonna lie.
Oh, now you don't like him. Now you don't like him.
I just
Oh, it's just the system he's put in, bro.
the system is terrible, but Mac Jones also isn't helping you.
It's
out.
also terrible.
Mac Jones is mid. Okay.
Watching Patriots game should be considered a form of torture. It's like if you took all of the bad of Tua and put it into a quarterback.
I'm so mad because I took the over on Ramondre Stevenson's carries at 10.5, and this man Bill Belichick stopped running the ball to him.
Okay.
Bill, you and I need to have a talk. Actually, it was 9.5, and he stopped running the ball to him. So, Bill Belichick, you and I need to have a talk. You're mid.
I think we need to have a talk.
Wait, come on.
Get those apps off your phone, bro.
Honestly, bro, do I even have it down? I think I deleted it because I lost because of Ramondre Stevenson.
Good.
It made me delete the app. But yeah, Ramondre Stevenson ran the ball really well yesterday. DeMar Douglas, it looks like he's going to be pretty good for them.
Maybe.
He look like he's something. There's something there. Mac Jones, you're terrible.
I wonder who's been saying that all season long.
Matt Patricia, you're terrible. You honestly, I don't understand why you're on anything besides the defensive side of the ball. You need to go back there. Stop parading around like your offensive coordinator. Bill Belichick, not gonna lie to you, man. Might be time to move on from you, brother. Can't lie. Get Matt Patricia the reins. Let him take the defensive side of the football. You honestly just go off to the sunset, bro, because you're not looking good at Brady.
Yeah, I mean, his biggest problem is just he shouldn't be the GM of the team. He's really bad at building teams.
That's terrible too. I thought that was terrible. It worked when you had Tom because Tom can get anybody.
Tom
can make anybody look good, but when you don't have Tom and you're signing Juju Smith-Schuster and
Jalen Reagor,
not even Jalen Reagor. I was thinking Devontae Parker, and he's terrible. He's
none of the people we listed are good.
Yeah, I did not understand the Jalen Reagor pickup, but I mean, yeah, hopefully they need to take him out of that position. If anything, take him out of the GM position. Maybe keep him as the coach.
They just extended him for 2 more years. What one against the Bills does to somebody.
Robert Kraft, relieve him of his GM duties. Make him focus on coaching. Get somebody.
Robert Kraft doesn't have the balls to demote Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he also did. Like, he let go of Tom for Bill. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from with that. Robert, you need to grow some balls. Okay?
Well, he does, and, he's gotten in trouble for that.
Hey, man, the biggest ball I've seen you stand on is when you guys got caught cheating. And that's probably the only time I've seen him stand on anything.
That was probably the smallest ball because it was deflated.
crazy. Let's go with the Ravens and the Seahawks, man. But yeah, take him out of the GM position. Be a coach. If you're not going to do that, then you need to just give the reins to Matt Patricia, let him be the defensive coordinator, and get somebody in there that can actually coach.
Yeah.
Ravens and Seahawks. This game was good. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm happy that I did bet on this game.
Oh my god.
I'm becoming one of those guys, man. I'm becoming one of those guys. All my critique is coming off betting now. So Lamar Jackson, I took the over on. It was like 0.5 yards. He got that in like the first quarter. I took over on Mark Andrews. He had like 4.5 receptions. He got like 9. So like, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. But the defense was amazing. That's probably the best game. I haven't watched many Ravens games, but that defense looked scary.
No, the Ravens have been playing really well.
It wasn't even running the ball. You guys look tremendous, by the way. But your defense is something to deal with in the playoffs. They have a Super Bowl caliber defense.
Yeah.
Now.
Lamar's also been playing really well.
Really well, yeah.
The numbers don't pop off the page, but he's, making good reads. He's running it really well. He's not turning it over too much. He's having a really good season.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things he doesn't have to throw the ball really well when they're running the ball for almost 300 yards.
Exactly.
It looks like he's in the run for office Rookie of the Year. Looks he's not running for that.
This team is just playing really well right now. They're definitely near the top of the NFL, I'd say.
Yep.
And it's good to see. I like Lamar Jackson. The NFL teams are like trying to collude against him this offseason. And he's, proved them wrong. He's really that guy. And this team is just on a roll.
Is it crazy to say that Mark Andrews is now the best tight end in the NFL?
Yes.
Is that crazy to say?
Yes.
Travis Kelce had 3 receptions for 14 yards yesterday.
You're basing it off of one game?
Travis Kelce had a pretty pedestrian season. Mark Andrews has been balling out. They're also winning.
I'm not saying
it's true. I'm saying, is it crazy to say? It's not crazy. It's not crazy to say. That's not crazy to say. Okay.
Yes.
It's not crazy to say. I mean,
that's like saying, is Tua better than Patrick Mahomes?
That's not even close to.
No, look at the numbers.
That's not even
look at the numbers.
That's not even a close comparison. We know Tua is nowhere near as talented as Patrick Mahomes. Mark Andrews is at least as talented as.
All right, is Joe Burrow better than Mahomes? No,
he's looked. The past couple of weeks, he's looked.
But he's not better. But he's still not better.
I mean, it's the Patrick Mahomes that guy.
Better, but he's not better.
Okay, we'll see. It's not a crazy thing to say that Joe Burrow is probably right now better than Patrick Mahomes.
He's playing better than Mahomes.
So, the defense they have a lot of guys that rotate out. I didn't know they saw Kyle Van Noy from the Patriots. They have a lot of guys
from the Chargers.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Didn't even realize he was in the Chargers.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that too. But he had some really clutch plays.
He did. He forced a fumble on Geno Smith. They look like they were rotating guys. Odafe Owe. They got Jadeveon Clowney. They got Kyle Van Noy. They got some guys over there. The defense is looking really scary. Marlon Humphrey's playing balling out too. He had DK Metcalf in the box. He had clamped. Yeah. Street boy. He had you in the box. Yeah. So that defense is like is scary. Kyle Hamilton is going to be a stud. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's going to be a top safety in the next couple of years.
Yeah, probably.
He is. The plays he was making, he dropped a pick. He was guarding. Who was he guarding? It was Fant, wasn't it? Fant wasn't it the tight end for the Seahawks? Yeah. George Fant. He almost took that much to the crib. He dropped the ball. It was going 6. That guy's going to be a stud. I'm really liking his development. Probably one of the best pickups for the Ravens in the last couple of years, besides Lamar. So, I'm like what I'm seeing from the Ravens. You guys are probably my pick coming out of the AFC for the Super Bowl. And it's probably. Might be, I don't know, because the Eagles didn't look that good last night. We'll get into them. The Texans beat the Bucks. I hate to say this, as a Panthers fan, CJ Stroud is that guy. Not gonna lie.
All right. This is my 5th or 6th time asking. You got a redraft. It is draft night. You got 3 quarterbacks to listen to. You got 4. Will Levis is there. 5, or DTR is also there.
Stop it.
You get your pick at any quarterback you want. Who are you taking?
DTR.
Yes, sir.
I'm going CJ.
Someone wants to build a franchise.
I'm going CJ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, CJ Stroud is unbelievable. Broke the record for most passing yards in a game by a rookie. He's like one of 6 players with like 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He's been playing out of his goddamn mind.
And they came back to force.
Yeah, they came back in 40 seconds. He's playing really well. The Texan players love to play under D'Amico.
D'Amico is a beast, man.
And they have...
He's a beast.
Yeah. And they have Will Anderson on the defense.
Yep.
This team in a couple of years can be really, really good.
Yeah.
They just keep building up that defense, get CJ Stroud a couple more weapons.
Yep.
This team can be really, really good.
I love Tank Dell. I love the pick with Dr. Schultz. Noah Brown's been balling for them. I'm not going to lie to you. This team's going to be really good. especially with CJ Stroud at the helm, those guys will continue to progress.
Yeah.
They could become top. This team is going to be the best team in the AFC South in like the 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
They're going to. Oh, if not, they're going to compete with Trevor Lawrence, and D'Amico Ryan's the best coach in the division. I think that's
it just goes to show how important a good coach is.
It did.
This team doesn't have that much talent. Like, you look at their defense, it's not really that good on paper. You look at their offense.
They're not.
It's not that good on paper.
They're not.
But they're just playing really well right now.
Balling.
And you got to attribute a lot of that to CJ Stroud, but also to the coach.
To D'Amico Ryan. D'Amico Ryan's on that right now. He's on that Dan Campbell, but he's a little bit ahead of schedule than Dan Campbell was.
I guess.
Yeah, but he has that team playing really, really, really well. I had the Bucs winning that game, but for them to make that comeback was crazy. CJ Stroud's going to be a beast.
Also, shout out to their backup running back for making the extra point.
Yeah, he did. That was crazy. They could get injured on the play?
He got injured earlier. He was like questionable coming into the game, and then he got injured in the middle of the game.
Yeah,
Poor Kyrie Fairbairn.
You guys got a lot to look forward to. It's probably the most optimistic y'all been since J.J. Watt.
Damn.
Not gonna lie to you. Speaking of terrible coaches,
Frankie.
Frank Wright. I told Jason I was gonna give a little soliloquy.
Soliloquy implies like a softness or more care to
It's
it.
gonna be soft. I'm not gonna disarm.
Cook.
Frank Wright needs to go. I like our offensive coordinator. He's doing really well. Calling better plays for Bryce Young. I wish he had been calling plays at the beginning of the year. We need to let some guys go though. I like Derek Brown. He can stay. There was trades for Brian Burns. I wish we would have taken him. He's not for me. He's not a game wrecker. We've seen all we need to see from him. He hasn't shown that he's going to be a top pass rusher in the league. He has potential, but he hasn't gotten to that point yet. He's not Nick Bosa. He's not none of those guys. We need to give up Dante Jackson, try to get something for him. Jesse Horn cannot stay healthy. Hopefully, he can stay healthy in the next couple of years. I think he can be that guy at the cornerback position. Jeremy Chin's good. We need to get some weapons though for Bryce. And Bryce, you need to play better.
What do you mean, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo, DJ Chark, Miles Sanders, Terrace Marshall isn't enough? I mean, look at what CJ Stroud has and look at what Bryce has. They're not that far in like this gap.
Are you living to troll me today?
No, I'm being fully serious though. I'm being fully serious.
We just talked about how much a coach means, and when the fact that we have Frank Wright and they have D'Amico Ryan.
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm no. For sure, D'Amico's better than Frank Wright.
No, I'm not going to lie.
But weapons-wise,
the only person first of all, I think Tank Dell is probably better than every single one of our receivers, but that's besides the point.
Adam Thielen's like 6th in the league in receiving.
Stop it. So now I would say this. I like Mingo. Mingo can stay. Thielen's a good guy in the locker room. I think he can teach some of the young guys. I like Mingo. I think we should keep Chenault. Hopefully he can get healthy next season. And let's just build for the future. I like Chuba Hubbard too. I like Miles Sanders. Let's just try to build the team up. Sad that we gave up everything for Bryce Young. I think we should probably get it for CJ Stroud because CJ Stroud shows to be a world changer. Bryce Young is not that guy right now. We need to get some guys around him.
CJ Stroud is living proof that Michigan was cheating. 450.
You gotta stop with this Michigan agenda, man.
No.
You gotta
Look
stop.
at this stat line here telling me they don't beat Michigan last year.
You gotta stop with man.
Look at his stat line this week and tell me that guy can't beat Michigan last year.
Can somebody go into investigation on this man's hatred for Michigan? Because this is actually pretty remarkable. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He's found every single way in this show to literally trash Michigan every chance he gets. It's actually insane. I haven't even seen our producer trash UCLA this much. It's ridiculous.
Starting to take this
Arizona
just as a
already
personal
trashed us
attack. You know, I'm just starting to think you're just pissed off that I wore the hat into the studio today.
It has nothing to do with the hat.
this man hates Michigan. All right, but speaking of teams that I hate, the Cowboys. You guys lost. I love it. By the way. The end sequence of the game, perfect Cowboys. Perfect Cowboys for me. You take a sack and they go for a fake spike like he's that guy, like that Prescott's that guy, like he's Dan Marino or somebody.
Like he's Josh Rosen.
Damn, stop it.
Watch the film.
Stop it.
He pulled it off. He pulled it off.
Stop it.
Against Texas A&M.
Stop it. We're not going to do this today. We're not going to do this with you today. Dak Prescott, he did play a pretty good game, though, but you did sell at the end, which is why I love it. I didn't want to have to come in today and have to say, oh, man, Dak Prescott won them the game. Because it looked like they were going to. Because the Eagles essentially marched them down the field and marched them into the red zone. But in Cowboys fashion, you guys lost the game like you should. Not going to lie to you. You guys need to be better. Dallas Goedert is out.
Keep going.
I mean, he needs to be better. I mean, granted, they did win the game, but they didn't look like the better team yesterday. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I just love your weekly hit piece on Jalen Hurts. It's every week.
Man,
this man's not winning the game.
You're gonna take hits on Michigan when they win. I'm gonna take hits on Jalen Hurts when they win. It's okay. That's what we do. Now,
it's what we do.
It's what we do. It's okay. It's what we do. It's what we do. Okay. Now, what I will say is, right, Cowboys do like the better team. They lost the game, but they do like the better team. This is going to be a good NFC Championship matchup since the 49ers have essentially fallen off a cliff. I do see that being the
maybe the bye week helps them. Maybe the bye week helps the 49ers.
Maybe. I hope no. Them getting healthy needs to help them because
that's what bye week helps with that.
I mean, no, because I think they also have a pretty terrible injury. I don't think that bye week does anything much for them.
They just traded for Chase Young. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
Is he going to throw the ball for them? If he's not going to throw the ball for them, it doesn't.
No, but he can keep other quarterbacks.
Now, what I will say is that defense did just go from to there now because now you can't even double Nick Bosa. Now they have 4 guys that can. They have Javon Hargrave, Eric Armstead. You have Chase Young, and you have Nick Bosa. That defense line is disgusting.
The front seven's also disgusting.
That front seven is also my bad. Is Jared Greerloss healthy? I haven't seen much of him the last couple games. Maybe he's healthy. Maybe I haven't been watching.
It's hard to stand out in that defense.
Yeah, Fred Warner. It's also hard when you're playing against Fred Warner. We're playing with Fred Warner. Yeah. So that defense is scary. Hopefully they can get healthy. If they can get healthy, though, I'm not gonna lie to you. That team's gonna be to deal with. They're gonna be like one of those teams you don't want to see because they're gonna be probably a low seed because Brock Purdy is losing them games. They're gonna be a low seed, but if they see any of those top guys in like the divisional round, scary hours. The Bengals, Joe Burrow. I told you this at the beginning of the season. When he gets healthy, he will be that guy. And what is he doing? He's proving me right. Proving me right. Now, because I am disappointed about Bryce Young, I am going to hype on Joe Burrow. What you give me?
What? You're a big Joe Burrow guy all of a sudden?
Hey, you know what? When the whole world was against him, I said when Joe Burrow gets healthy, he will be that guy again. And what is he doing? He's showing me he's that guy. He's that guy. He's him. Say it. Joe Shiesty, he's back.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. I know. I like that, baby. Now, Josh Allen.
But you can't say that about Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. I wouldn't lie on this podcast.
But yeah, Joe Burrow's that guy. I played Josh Allen yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sean McDermott needs to go. We talked about this last. Talked about this last night on the couch. Yeah. He needs to go. I think he's probably the only thing holding them back, as well as the fact that their defense is extremely old.
And injured.
Yeah, I mean, that has come to it. Injuries should be being old. Sean McDermott, though, he doesn't do anything for me. He hasn't moved the needle. He doesn't make them better. I think their offense is really good simply because of Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. And they have Dawson Knox and those guys, but I don't think they are moved from Sean McDermott being their coach. Okay. They can get other guys in there. Now, that's a team right there that I would love to see DeMeco Ryan coach. If DeMeco Ryan coach the Bills, they're Super Bowl champions. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to lie to you. But what did you take from that game? So we watched it.
The Bills just aren't a crazy strong team, it feels like. Yeah. They are very beatable. Mm-hmm. The Bengals are continuing to roll. They are definitely looking like one of the scariest teams in the AFC. Them against the Ravens will really be telling. I mean, obviously regular season compared to playoffs. Yeah. But
the Ravens beat them in the first game.
Preview.
The Ravens beat them in the first game, but yes, Joe Burrow was hurt, and it was a close game, so we will see how this next game is with him being healthy.
Yeah, but the Bengals are looking really good. They, surprised me a little bit. I think I was just a little too delusional at the beginning of the season with Joe Burrow's injury, but they're really good now. Yeah. And, barring any major injuries, they will probably make the AFC Championship game.
And I'm not going to lie. They run into Joe Burrow. I mean, they run into Patrick Mahomes with them looking as weak as they damn near might beat them this year and go back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Chiefs have just not. The problem is their defense is so good.
Yeah. The defense is just really good. Steve Spagnuolo he's really underrated.
Yeah, but the Bengals also have a really good offense.
Yeah, they do. And I think it's not crazy to say that the Bengals have the best offense in the AFC right now.
In the AFC, I mean, the Ravens has been pretty good.
Ravens is good, but I think their offense to me looks really weak against good teams. Really good teams. Like Joe Burrow has looked really good against basically every team he's faced. Not like he's facing scrubs
since he's been healthy.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna love to see a Bengals and Ravens matchup in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah.
The NBA Eastern tournament update. Kind of wanted to speak on that a little bit. Indiana leads the East A group. Miami leads the East B group. Brooklyn leads the East C group. Portland leads the West A group. Denver leads the West B group. And Golden State leads the West C group.
You just spoke gibberish. I know what you're talking about, but the in-season tournament is so dumb.
Do you
Oh my
don't like
goodness.
it? You don't like it?
Look at the floors. They look like custom 2K floors. Have you seen what the Miami Heat's floor looks like?
Yeah, I did. It's not.
You see what they have painted on the bottom or in the paint?
Yeah, I did. It's
so bad.
It's not good. I'm not.
Hardest working, best conditioned, most professional, unselfish, toughest, meanest, nastiest team in the NBA. Shut up! You first got your Heat culture jerseys, now the corniest team in the league.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the Heat culture jerseys were pretty corny. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The Heat culture is cool when it's like sort of like the unspoken thing.
Yeah, the unspoken thing, but
like an unwritten rule.
Yeah,
but not when it's on your jersey. That's just lame. You're just trying to force it at that point.
Like, for an example, right? Like the Lakers, we all knew they were Showtime, but they weren't putting on their jerseys. We're Showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is.
Yeah. The floors just look terrible.
Corny.
And, a lot of players don't even understand how it is. Yeah. I forgot which player said it. It might have been like Tyrese Halliburton or someone said the best way to incentivize players for this is make whoever wins it get an automatic playoff bid. Yeah. And I like that. Yeah. Because it's going to be hard to get people invested in this, especially in the first couple of years.
It is.
Like, depending, like, how much are people going to value it? Like, obviously, it's never going to be towards, like, an NBA championship.
Oh, no.
But is it going to be like, if you're deciding between two players' greatness and one player has an in-season tournament, like, they're equal on a lot of other things, but the in-season tournament, does that give you a leg up? Maybe. We don't know. We just don't know how it'll be valued yet. So giving that extra little, motivation, I think will help for it.
I think they should more so be gifts to like a draft pick than
a draft pick.
Because I think let's say if it's the argument, right?
I guess it's anti-tanking.
Yeah, I mean, let's say if it's the argument that the Trailblazers win and they end up being the 14th seed or the 13th seed. Like you automatically give them a playoff spot, and they kind of don't have to play for this. They damn near could tank.
Yeah, but the money you make for making the playoffs is also. And you want to get your players to make the playoffs.
I'm like you. I'm not as hard on it as you are. I am a little iffy on it. I'm not too high on the idea of the NBA in-season tournament, but I do understand the concept.
But it's also for those more like borderline teams. It's not for the top teams because it's meant to be based off the FA Cup in England.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know, it's between all four divisions of English soccer. Teams play each other, and it gives a chance to see like the smaller teams, not just the top couple teams in the Premier League. It helps with the smaller markets. And so, this in-season tournament helps with the smaller markets. Yeah. So maybe one of those borderline teams, not, a top 4 team in the conference, maybe like that, like borderline 9, 10, 8 spot, they fight really hard for this, and it gives the fans something to cheer for.
I'm not gonna lie. It's just I think the only reason that it makes sense simply for the NBA is because they have 82 games. If they don't have 82 games.
Now they have 81.
Well, now they have 81. But if they're not that many games, I don't think there's a reason for this. I don't like it more so in the basketball sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like it in the basketball sense.
It's still not amazing.
Yeah, we can get into our predictions. You guys are playing against the Jets. You can go into your thing. I know you're gonna do it. But
there's not even much to go into with this team anymore. I mean, a good win against the Bears. Whoa. Not a very impressive thing. I mean, we can be good. We're really hurt. Josh Palmer is now on the IL, but we got Jalen Guyton back, which is good. Yeah. He's good. Pretty underrated. But
underrated how?
I mean, he's just been hurt the past year, so he's been pretty solid for Herbert as like our speed guy, but he's not like amazing. I'm not saying like he's criminally underrated. It's just, not many people know about him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're going to win this game simply because the Jets' offense is terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy. Your defense is also terrible.
Yes, our defense is also terrible, but I think we're just better than them as a team overall. I think quarterback-wise, if you look at it, we could lose this game, but I think we will win this game. The Jets just aren't a good team, but nor are we.
I think if we're talking about talent, I think you guys are more talented than a lot of teams. I think you guys just don't play well, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably for me.
Give me to be go Ryan instead of Brandon Staley.
I said you guys should shot him, but you guys sold on that back. So what I will say is though, I am interested to see the Sauce Gardner versus Keenan Allen matchup. That's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really good. Probably the only thing to watch for the night because I'm not too interested to see Justin Herbert versus Zach Wilson, to be honest with you. So
quarterback duel of the century.
Yeah, it is, honestly. But I have you guys winning. Not saying much though. I think Zach Wilson just right now he's second of the season. He's looked better Denise looked in previous season, but that's not saying much.
That's not a high bar.
It's not a high bar because he's looked terrible. But he looked terrible in previous seasons. But I think if he can continue to improve, I think this team could low-key be a little decent in the upcoming years. But I do have you guys winning tonight, though.
Yeah.
I do have you guys winning tonight. On Thursday, we have right now. Let me look. We have the Panthers versus the Bears. Oh God!
Goodness. The NFL is horrible at scheduling primetime games. Next Sunday night game is Raiders versus Jets. That is going to be the worst game of the year. Or maybe it's this game on Thursday night. I don't know who to pick. Panthers, Bears?
What I will say is,
I think both teams' quarterbacks throw for negative yards before winning this game.
I understand the thinking behind it. I want to say that. I understand the thinking
yes, you can't account for injuries and players not playing up to, par, but
Bryce Young versus Justin Fields, it makes sense on paper before the season, but yeah, when
a stinky Bryce Young versus Tyler Bagent, it's not getting people to the couch to be watching.
Yeah, I mean it's the future. I guess you could say the future of the league, but yeah, now that you. Well, at the beginning of the season, it looked the future of the league. Now, yeah, it looks terrible on the paper. Now, I understand you can't change it. But I will be watching, though. I do have us winning. Because Test Invasion is just...
I mean, I can make an equally good case for either team winning, and that case would be the other team is worse. There's no, better team in this. It's just which team is worse.
Bryce, if there's any game for you to have a ball-out game, it's this game. I will say that. So, hopefully you can show me better because, yeah, that 3 picks on Sunday did not do it for me.
Siri, flip a coin. Heads. All right, Bears. That's my pick. But, I mean, there's not much more that should go into Bears versus Panthers.
Can somebody do a study on what Jason did this morning? Because he's just on a real life troll mode today.
What?
He's been trolling this man all day on Michigan.
Whoa. How many wins do the Panthers have?
And then this man did a flip a coin to see who's going to win our game. That is the most lamest thing I've ever seen.
How many wins do you have? How many wins do you have?
Stop it.
How many wins do you have?
Hey, it's a rebuild season. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, so don't get mad at me when I can't choose between 2 teams in a rebuild season.
You can look at who's better. I think you don't think Bryce Young can outplay Tyson Bagent?
Maybe he can.
That's not Tyson Bagent.
I mean, the Bears' defense now that they have Montez Sweat.
Stop it. Stop it.
What, your words? Brian Burns isn't a game wrecker.
He isn't a game wrecker.
Yeah.
But I mean, our defense is.
So why am I supposed to be moved by him?
Because I don't think Tyson Bagent
been moved by him. Why am I going to be moved by him?
Tyson Bagent's not going to beat us throwing the football. That's why.
He beat the Raiders, and the Raiders just won the Raiders 37 to
have
10.
Josh McDaniels anymore. Josh McDaniels is terrible.
Yeah, that's huge for that franchise.
See, Raiders, Chargers. This is what you do when you have a terrible coach. You let him go. It's okay. Just let him go. You admit that you made a mistake, and you bring in an interim head coach, and you just let the guy go. Chargers do that. But on that note, I had to start the Chargers before the end of our show. On that note, I want to thank you guys for watching. Probably one of our more energetic episodes of the year. Like, comment, and subscribe. I actually did, I low-key did a little bit of D-writing on sliding into some DMs today. I'm not going to lie to you. So we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully we can get some guys on for you guys. Love you guys, and we're out.
Peace.
Love you guys.